there you go. Tabor talk here. This is so unprofessional. So my video production is dog shit. So here's a partial list of the chart I'm going to be discussing. Republican, Democrat. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. So the lighting is absolutely terrible here. I just have one lamp, so if it's grainy, but as I said before, I don't care about video production, and quite frankly, I really would just like to just have audio. But we'll see. I'm setting up a podcast, Tabor Talk. So that I'm working on it. So anyway, getting right into this, I did a video a couple of days ago on labels and isms and categories and buckets and ideologies. And we like to, okay, you're a conservative, you're a Republican, so you're for guns, you're against abortion, and you think climate change is a hoax. I'm being a little silly here, reductio ad absurdum, but basically that's the thrust, right? So people are confused with me. I am a centrist, center left. Liberal on most social issues, and I'm basically a free market guy with regulations, whatever. So, and people are totally confused. Like even just wearing this hat, I'm a pro-military guy, although I believe in decreased spending in the military. So, but I am a military guy, and sometimes when on social media, on Twitter or whatever, some mega guy will go like, yeah, Trump 2020. I go, dude, man, I'm not. But they go, what about, you see what I mean? It's very confusing. So I'm going to post something in the comment section, a link to, there's a great website called difference.com. It's actually spelled defend.com, DIFFEN.com. I'll put the link in my comment section. I'm just going to go through some of these hot topic issues or major issues with the two parties, and then I'll comment. All right. So basically the philosophy of Democrat is liberal, left-leaning, and Republicans, as I said, conservative, right-leaning. So when we talk about economic ideas, so someone on the left is more in, minimum wages, increased minimum wage, and a progressive taxation system and regulation. The right-wingers don't believe in this sort of progressive taxation. Not all, I know it's complicated, but essentially flat taxing, especially libertarians, they're very huge on that, and they're not interested in raising the minimum wage at all. So, and when next comes social and human ideas, a liberal Democrat is based on community and social responsibility. And basically your right-wingers, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, motherfucker. Libertarian, you fucking, so rugged individuals, if you will. And as I said before, military, decreased spending. As a rule, it's incredible how much money we spend. Last I looked, what is it, like $600 billion budget for military. It's obscene. We don't need that. The military is important, but please, decrease spending. By the way, I'm simplifying all this, all right, just to do this YouTube video. And then again, the Republicans increase spending. Stance on gay marriage, let's plain and simple. Democrats are for gay marriage, most, and then Republicans are against it. And again, there are exceptions, of course. Stance on the death penalty. Here's where I differ. Most Democrats are against the death penalty, and the large majority of Republicans are for it. Now, this is a tricky, weird one. I would say I am for it, but I go back and forth. By the way, I just saw something on Netflix, Confessions of a Killer, that Henry Lee Lucas, savage serial killer. It's a little complicated because he made up most of the shit. But let me just, a better example with the death penalty. Ted Bundy, abso-fucking-lutely, man. Fucking, all right, kill that motherfucker. And there are a million other monster scumbags. So, yes, I'm a Democrat, progressive liberal. I guess I'm supposed to be against the death penalty all the time, but I'm not. See? All right, so I talked about taxes, Government regulations. This is a biggie for me. Government regulations are needed to protect consumers. And then the fucking right wingers say, oh, government regulations hinders the free market, blah, 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 and job growth. It's grotesque. And then we talk about the environment. Like, even, you got to see some of the new stuff here, the legislation about relaxing some of these laws for dumping toxins into the ocean. It's fucking gross, man. It's horrible. So, and then obviously on immigration, not that Democrats want open borders. No one wants that. I mean, you'll hear that's a talking point from the right. Oh, let them all in. That's just simply not true. No, but they're more open to immigration laws, right? And basically immigration, I like to talk about this, it's really racism. Like, we're not concerned about immigration in the North, Canadians, it's the South, like the Mexicans, like brown people. It's all racism. So anyway, and then the deportation, right? Send them back. Republicans, Democrats, not so much. Undocumented illegals I'm talking about. So there you go. And here it says here, traditionally strong in states, Democrats, California, Massachusetts, New York. And then typical states, Republican, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas. So by the way, I live in New York. I live in the Catskills. See, New York's a big state. I live upstate New York, which is big Republican. So weird. I have a good friend who is a conservative. He's actually a libertarian. He lives in Massachusetts. I'm like, dude, you're in the heart of fucking Democrat country. You can't any more Democrat than fucking Massachusetts. Kennedy's, come on. We talk on the phone, and he's libertarian, super fucking right-wing, Trump supporting, and I'm the opposite. I'm a Bernie guy, and I'm left-wing progressive, but yet I live in Republican territory, Catskills, upstate New York. There are exceptions, of course, and he lives in Democrat. It's weird, right? So it's confusing. The point of the video is, listen, man, judge the people by individuals. We all put people in categories and buckets and all this, and it makes life easier or manageable. We like to see where you're coming from, but listen, individuals, we're complicated. And life is messy, right? Okay. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. And I'm going to put the link up here. Okay.